What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be doing another first shots. Today we're going to be looking at a subcompact 9mm pistol, the CZ P10S. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the CZ P10 line, because there is a line of them, this is actually, I think, the second smallest is subcompact, and I think they have a single stack, and then I have obviously the compact, which is the most popular, and then they have the full size, which is my personal favorite. The CZ P10 system, or the line of pistols, is all striker fired. They're all polymer framed, and they all have pretty good triggers with a very good bore axis. Now the P10S brings that to a smaller package. You get a capability of 12 plus 1 in each magazine, which is pretty good. It's a little bit bigger than your standard micro 9 that you might see in a similar capacity. These are a little bit older. However, I do want to hit a lot of subcompacts coming up here this summer. It's going to be subcompact summer, so you're going to see a bunch of these that I haven't reviewed yet from a bunch of major manufacturers. Subcompacts are a great way to get into a gun if you want a do-it-all platform. If you want to carry this, they'll be pretty comfortable because it is very light. 3-inch barrel, and it's like 22 ounces, something like that. It's a good size and weight to do everything with. It has a rail on it, so you could put a light on it, and then you could use it as a home defense pistol. You can carry it all day, and you can plink with it at the range, and it's just big enough to shoot to actually get pretty good with as well. A lot of times people will buy micro 9mm pistols like a Shield or a P365, and they're not that much fun to shoot, so you don't shoot it that often, and you're not that good with it. That's just how things work. If you use them more, you're gonna get better at them. Now this one's in two-tone, and I'm a pretty big fan of the P10 series. However, I haven't shot anything smaller than the P10C, and sometimes great ergonomics on a large pistol change as they get smaller, so we will see if I enjoyed this one just as much. However, it does seem like it has a very high undercut, has a good trigger guard, and just being able to get high on the gun like you can on the P10S usually mitigates a lot of the recoil. Now they do have a very small slide, which is nice, and you do have serrations on the back and on the front. This is actually kind of a more budget model. They do have optic ready versions available, I believe, but I think these go for pretty cheap. The non-optic version is around 400 bucks. And I do want to thank Brownells, Cody over there, for allowing us to review this. I appreciate that. However, it won't change our opinion at all, but it shouldn't have to, considering I got this because I think I'm gonna like it. That sometimes can turn into a problem though, because sometimes first impressions are not always what you think they're gonna be. However, I do like the P10F. I have two of them. I do like the P10C, so this should be pretty good as well. Now I went with this instead of the single stack because what's the point of that today? I felt like that gun personally is probably never going to get reviewed by me, the CZ P10M or something like that. I just don't dig the fact that it has a very low capacity for the same size to weight as the 365 or a Shield. However, this gives you a little bigger platform. It gives you more capability, it gives you more shootability, and you get that double stack magazine. So I definitely went this route, and if I was going to buy a carry gun, I would do that as well. Now, some of the things I know about the P10 that I don't like are going to be the slide releases. They're not a slide release, they're a slide lock, and that's kind of a joke on Glocks, but it's kind of serious on this. Trust me, I mean, these things are so hard to press that you need like the jaws of freaking life in order to actually use them. So on the gun, you're gonna wanna be running the slide for the most part. Has pretty good sights, and the ergonomics on the gun are great. Comes with 3 back straps and 2 magazines. The striker fired trigger on the P10 is normally really good. However, I did notice on this one, it is a little stiff. So I've been dry firing it just a little bit, and it's gonna probably work itself out through the review. That being said, we'll go down to shoot it. Before we do though, I want to thank my page supporters. Thank you guys very much. You support the channel, we really appreciate that. If you want to help us out, all you gotta do is go to the link in the description below. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter named Iowa. It's the YSS. Those kids could really use your help, and it brings you right to the donate page. So please go down there, donate a couple bucks to those kids. It's a good thing to do. Let's shoot this bad boy.
Okay.
All right, so we got 12 rounds loaded up here. And we'll try it right away at about 50 yards and see how we do. And if we don't hit, that's fine. We're just kind of hiding from the wind.
Oh, babe, no ear pro. Oh my God.
Yeah, you need that.
All right.
All right, take 2 with the ear pro on now. I would have hit all the other ones.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The recoil impulse is real light, but man, I am just not doing a good job with marksmanship so far. I keep trying to use that giant slide release that doesn't work. It works, I'm just not man enough for it.
Got it.
Yeah, getting better. All right, so we'll try a different ammo here. Yeah, the laser ammo is definitely more accurate, that's for sure. I'm shooting this at distances we probably shouldn't be, but it's just, I like to see the accuracy potential of not only the gun, but myself. A couple things I like about it so far that I've always liked is gonna be the magazine release is a big deal on me on these. I love the mag release. I love the undercut. I love how high you can get on the gun, and I love how comfortable this gun feels. This is a subcompact and it feels great. That's like one of the things, you know, the whole Paul Harrell thing. You do have to get a gun that fits your hand well, and the P10 has always been such a nice fitting gun for me, and I can get super high in the gun and not have to worry about impeding the slide or anything like that. It has a really light reciprocating mass on the slide, so the recoil and pulse is great, and you get back on target quick. So we'll go up there, and after I shoot at 75 here, we'll shred a little bit and, you know, shoot at 25 and stuff like that. But I just kind of plinking around at the moment. The accuracy is there though, that's for sure. Should we do 100 or should we just cut our losses and go up?
I mean, might as well.
All right.
Might as well give it a shot. The sun came back out.
Yeah, it did. Well, the plus side is at 100 we get to hide behind our maple tree here. In the wind a little bit. I was so windy.
Well, it's still
No promises on this. Well, I'll take that.
You gotta keep going.
And cut.
You gotta keep going. Looks
the first one and the last one.
Oh,
That's all that counts anyway. All right, so the trigger was a little stiff, but it's loosening up now, so that's kind of nice. Let's see how it CQBs. Not bad. Quick little thing. That's one of the things I love about the P10 series, is I talk about the shootability a lot, but it's one of the most shootable guns you can get. Trigger that's pretty close to a Walther PDP, not quite there, but a recoil and pulse very similar to something like a Glock, which is nice. Glocks have pretty low recoil and pulse. This has even lower, and that's because you can see that the slide mass is very small and you can get really high up on the gun. There's a very small gap between where your hand ends and where the gun ends, and that's usually how you get all that muzzle flip. And for me, hands vary, but I can get so high and so deep on the gun, I can get such a good grip that the gun can't move. So for a subcompact, it's probably the best shooting, like as far as recoil and pulse, being able to get back on target. And along with that, you have a great trigger reset. So you can see there, trigger reset's very short, very light. So you can get back on the gun very quick, and you can hit those rapid follow-up shots. And for a carry gun, I think that's one of the best attributes, along with reliability, and they also have that. Another thing I like about it is, even though it's a subcompact, not a micro 9, as you can see here, it's so small you really can fit it in your pocket just fine. So it's hard to believe that I haven't reviewed this gun yet, because I'm having a real good time. I'm a bit of a CZ fanboy, in all fairness, though. I do like most of their stuff. They make high quality stuff, they make it for a good price, and they generally have really good customer service as well. So that's kind of nice. I'm kind of happy they bought Colt, because Colt's been sucking lately in that regard. What do you want to shoot? You tell me. Should we back up just a little bit? Maybe.
Plate rack.
So we're gonna do a little accuracy at speed. So what we're gonna do is we're at about the 10-yard line. I'm gonna shoot those 6 plates that are hidden halfway behind the other 6 plates. And if you see one fall, that means I fucked up.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Well, I could have done better, but on the fly's on the fly. Let's see if I can hit the 2. I'm gonna go far left, far right.
Okay.
I'm not actually. Talk about a review under pressure. I got a wasp nest behind me right now that my wife's on the ready for. I'm allergic to wasps and I live 7 miles from the nearest hospital. So it should be interesting either way. So if you see me jump out of the table, you'll know why. There's not a lion behind me, it's just a little wasp. That being said, how did the CZ P10S perform? Well, to me, it performed extremely well. They're not the most accurate gun in the world, but in all fairness, I'm shooting a 3-inch iron sight gun at about 20-mile-an-hour wind. So some of that can be environmental, some of it can just be mean failing to deliver on the accuracy. But everything else is wow. I just love this platform, and I just needed a win today. Honestly, I was having kind of a bad week, so I busted out a CZ, and wow, I'm in a much better mood. The cool thing about shooting guns is not only is it a fun experience, but you can also practice to defend your life and others, which is nice as well. The CZ P10S is certainly one of the most shootable and most enjoyable subcompacts I've shot in a long time, and this is definitely pound for pound one of the best carry guns we've reviewed so far, at least for now. I'm assuming that this is going to keep up through the full review, although we will be doing a full review of this. If I end up having a lot of malfunctions and a lot of problems, you will see it a couple months down the road in the full 1,000-round review. But as for now, man, what a great shooting gun. No reliability problems out of the box with 2 different types of ammunition. Light rail, great trigger, good ergonomics, low recoil impulse, accurate and reliable. What more do you want? Especially for about $400, which is about what these go for. Be between this and the Canik SC Elite. I like both of those subcompacts. Both have similar ergonomics and similar triggers, although I do believe the P10 has a lighter recoil impulse, and I do believe the Canik Elite does have a little bit better trigger. So it really depends on what you're looking for, what you want, and what fits your hands the best. But for me personally, man, this is in the running for my carry gun now, I tell you that. I might carry this for a little bit and see how I feel about it. It's thin enough. I used to carry a Glock 26, so this is not a problem. This is a little thinner than that. You got 12 rounds of a super shootable gun. What's not to love? If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to see the 1,000-round review, just let me know in the comment section below. Please help out your local homeless shelters and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.